Y'all, so I asked ChatGPT what a Black person should think about Project 2025, and this is what it told me. A Black person assessing Project 2025 may have complex feelings and concerns given the implications of some proposed policies. Here are perspectives that might resonate. Concerns over policing and justice. Project 2025 suggests that reducing federal oversight in local law enforcement and eliminating tools like consent decrees, which have historically addressed issues of policing misconduct, racial bias for Black communities that have faced disproportionate policing and violence that shift this shift could feel alarming. Federal investigations into the local police practices, which are critical for accountability, might be limited, leaving communities vulnerable to unchecked misconduct by local authorities. Number 2 is impact to social safety nets. Project 2025 proposal includes stricter requirements that cut to social programs like Medicaid, SNAP, and TANF. Many Black Americans who are disproportionately affected by poverty due to longstanding systemic inequalities rely on those programs. Restrictions could deepen financial insecurity, making it harder to access essential resources for health, food, and childcare. Number 3, educational inequality. Project 2025 promotes local control over education, which could exacerbate inequities, especially in districts with limited funding and resources. With federal guidelines reduced, some school systems might lack adequate funding for underserved Black communities, and curricular changes could minimize discussions on topics like systemic racism, impacting how Black history and experiences are taught. Environmental risks and health risks. Project 2025 seeks to reduce environmental protections which may disproportionately harm Black communities located near industrial zones and high pollution areas. This rollback could intensify health risks like respiratory issues in communities that are already overexposed to environmental hazards. Number 5, potential feelings of disempowerment and invisibility. Knowing that the policies in Project 2025 may overlook and even undermine protections critical to the Black communities could lead to feeling disempowerment. These policy changes could give the impression that the issues affecting the Black Americans are not prioritized, potentially fostering a sense of marginalization and political process. In summary, Project 2025 may prompt concerns about social, economic, and environmental vulnerabilities, along with feelings of being sidelined by policies that seem to favor deregulation and reduce federal protections over safeguards for marginalized communities. And listen, y'all, I'm not trying to tell y'all how to think, but I am telling you guys you need to do research. You need to take the time to read Project 2025. And if you don't want to read it, there's actually an Audible version that you can find. But you need to understand who you're voting for, because let social media tell you and podcasters tell you what to think is wild. It's wild. Read it for yourself and then come back and tell me how you feel about it. I hope this was helpful. I'm ADHD Money Coach B, and I talk about mental health as it relates to your money. And you better believe this election cycle is going to affect both your mental health and your money. Don't forget to vote.